Lebanese Ether Freestyle Drive. Got a real special guest. I'm out here in Staten Island, Shaolin. My man Intell.
You already know what it do. It's going Intell, the INTELL, love of life, live long. Staten Island, we here, baby.
Dope. We out here in Staten Island right now. All right. So, I'm really happy to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I've been seeing you doing your thing out here in Shaolin and New York in general.
Yeah, man.
But I see you represent Shaolin to the fullest.
Because that's where I'm from, born and raised. It made me who I am. Love it, hate it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love, hate their hometown. But I, as a musician from here, and being in the music community, there's so many dope artists out here. There's so much talent beyond music as well. So I just want to bring a spotlight to the island that hasn't been brought in a while. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Woo, we got Matt Wilds, we got a couple other people. Shout out to Squid Nice, and, doing their thing. But they get their attention and they go. I want to get my attention, bring it here, share it with the island, keep it at home for as long as I can. Because you know what I'm saying, you can't keep it here forever. But if I can keep it here or bring it here, and then the attention is here, and someone else gets a little bit of a progress from that attention, then you know what I'm saying, I feel like my job is done.
No doubt. That sounds like amazing. Like basically helping or other artists who are locally, you mean?
Exactly. I mean, within my crew, but also just the island in general. You know what I'm saying? North Shore, South Shore. Like, if you're talented and you really, it's coming from your soul, then I want you to succeed. Because I already know what I'm capable of. I already know where I'm going. I already know where I'm headed. So now it's about how can I, either along the way or when I get there, help others around me.
Nice.
You feel me?
So what was it like growing up on Staten Island for the most part?
Well, let's get into it, brother. I don't know if you know. In 1994, I got shot.
No, I did not.
I got shot. I was a victim of a crossfire shootout. You know what I'm saying? Wrong place, wrong time. Now, in '94, I was 2.5 years old.
Damn.
So yeah, it was
so
rough.
He was a baby, basically.
I was pretty much a baby, and took my kidney, so I only got one kidney, and I was paralyzed from the waist down. So I had to learn how to walk again. It took about a year, but you know what I'm saying, through God and family and good doctors, I got used to my legs again, and from then I was living in the hood, so was living in the hood. But after that, that's when we decided to make a change, and my father came in, Wu-Tang money, because this was around the same time. '94 is when they dropped. Like in '93.
So just for those who don't know, your father's U-God.
U-God.
Okay.
U-God,
Legendary
Wu-Tang. From the Wu-Tang Clan.
Shout out to U-God. No, that's dope.
And the Wu was dropping. They had just dropped a single, "Protect Your Neck," in November of '93, I believe. So then they dropped, right? Or they dropped the album in November of '93.
Okay.
So they were on tour when he was on tour when I got shot. They were all on the West Coast when I got shot.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Flew back, and from then on, it was like, yo, we got to get better surroundings. So we moved us out of there, and then I spent the remainder of my time in the middle of the island. Like it's called New Springville. Okay. So that's where I was pretty much born and raised, and that's like nice neighborhoods and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And I felt a little out of place, not to get too deep, but it's just like, because my friends was all in Park Hill. You know what I'm saying? So now I had to make new friends, and then it was just a very interesting experience. And then going to school, and then with my medical conditions, kids don't understand. If they don't understand something, they either get away from it or they make fun of it. So making friends was hard growing up.
Okay.
But once I met my best friend, shout out to Drew motherfucking Guns, the man that inspired me to, you do poetry? Put that to a beat, see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you started off as a poet, you're saying?
Yeah. When I was 13 years old, I started writing poetry. Many notebooks before I even thought to share it with people or put it to a beat.
Okay.
And he, I was either saw me writing or heard me, just saying a poem or something. He was like, yo, what's that?
What was you writing about at the time? Anything specific?
Just probably girls.
Okay.
I was probably writing about girls because around that time, so when you start liking girls or boys, whatever you like. And I was large. I was over 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? From all the medical conditions and medication I was on. So girls wasn't really looking at me like that. So I guess I was just writing about the girls that I liked, the girls I wanted to like me.
How long did it take you to fully get back on your feet, like walking?
Oh, I was walking like a year after I got shot.
Okay.
So by '95, I was.
Because that's like a crazy age of 2 to 3 years old. When you're learning how, when you first standing.
I had just learned how to walk.
Exactly.
And I had to read. But the good thing about that is, so God don't put you through nothing you can't handle. And when you are that small, even though taking a bullet is a major fucking thing, you're a baby, so your cells is new and fresh, so you can heal quicker. You know what I'm saying? had
Or
to
you
have
could
blood
learn.
transfusions.
Wow,
And
crazy.
yes, because once they healed the paralysis, learning how to walk again wasn't that difficult because I was a baby already. You know what I'm saying?
So
As
the
an
bullet
adult,
hit-
it's harder because you got all the psychological barriers of, wow, I used to know how to walk. I got to learn how to walk again. This is bullshit. Why me? You know? But as a baby, you just, I got to learn how to walk again. Let's get to it.
So you were paralyzed because it affected your spine, or just
Oh,
affected?
yeah, the bullet went through my hand, through my body, out my back, and it tore through my kidney, and it hit my spinal fluid. So that's how the temporary paralysis came into play.
Okay, understood. Yeah.
But all of that from the question of growing up on Staten Island, it was a mixed bag of greatness and trials and tribulations growing up on Staten Island. And even though, you know, almost everything bad that happened to me happened on Staten Island, you know, a lot of great things happened to me on Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? I found my love for music on Staten Island. I found my love for filmmaking on Staten Island. I found my wife on Staten Island. Shout out to Prima 777. Make sure y'all follow her.
Nice.
And she got bars too. You know what I'm saying? She be spitting some verses that make
Nice.
me
A
go,
family of MCs.
Absolutely, brother. You know,
Nice.
because I didn't even know that's what I wanted until I got it. You know, because I had other relations before, but if they don't have the same passion as you, it's not to mean that y'all can't coexist and be together, but it makes it that much more challenging. When you have a wife that's like, you going to studio to 3? Cool, I'm going to studio 3 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, that other part of it. Like, she is me. She knows how hard I grind. I know how hard she grinds. So, like, boom. And when our son, Lauren, if he decides to pick an instrument or he wants to sing or rap, anything that he wants to do, we'll definitely be supportive.
Nice. That's what you're saying, is that sometimes in relationships it can be difficult when one spouse is the artist and the other person feels like they're not going to the shows, they're not going to this.
Exactly.
But when they're an artist
they're
too,
not around a lot.
they're not around a lot.
I'm stuck, you know, doing all the babysitting. But it's like you know, because we get it, it's so cohesive that it just works.
And when you're both artists, you're both trying to fulfill your dreams and put out music, express yourself. So you get that outlet as well.
And it's like we are both dope individual artists in our own right, but you know, together it's just a whole different spectacle. You feel me? Whole different spectacle.
So when did you're 13 years old, you was doing poetry. Your boy Drew
Guns
told you put this over a beat and let's turn this into a hip hop track basically, or let's see how it sounds.
Yeah, from there I would just try and match up my poetry to instrumentals. And that didn't work for a while. You know, then I was like, well, maybe let me try and write a poem to a beat. Okay. Which is a rap. You know what I'm saying? Rhythm and poetry.
Exactly, yes.
And, you know, my early raps were, I don't think they were that good, but they were the building blocks to the lyricist that I am now. So.
When did you start taking it serious?
Probably when I was about 18. You know what I'm saying? I was in school, I went away to college, I was getting more, oh, you rap? Oh, that's dope, you know? Whereas in high school, nobody gives a fuck. Even though, shout out to the people that did buy my CDs. I used to sell CDs for $5 in high school.
Okay.
And I was...
So you had material out in high school?
I had material. I had lots of material out in high school. Was it good? No. Do I want y'all to find it? No. But recently, someone just... In like a European LimeWire, someone found all my old shit.
Oh shit!
And
that shit
still exists?
Folders, LimeWire still exists?
Nah, it wasn't LimeWire. It was a European file sharing system, similar to LimeWire, and that's how they had all my shit. I'm like, yo, delete all that. You know what I'm saying? Delete all that.
Nothing's deleted, right? Everything is somewhere.
If you put it on the internet, since the internet has been in existence, it's somewhere on the internet.
Somebody in another country got that video or a song or whatever.
And I'm cool with it because you know, it shows. I'm cool with them having it. I'm not cool with it being all over. But if it does get out and you know people have access to it, that's fine because you know they can hear the progress.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's the progress. Exactly. Every single artist, their demos, you know what I'm saying, or beginning music, they don't want nobody to hear it. A lot of them, you know. Once in a while, they might drop a couple tracks to make some extra money off of it, you know,
or throw it on a bonus track.
Exactly.
Like, yo, this is what I used to sound like.
Exactly.
But since 18, I've been taking it serious.
So I know you had a bunch of projects out. You got That Was Then, This Is Now. Was that your first official EP or album? Was it? It was like a full length album, right?
It was. We could start there. So I've been writing, recording, and releasing music for well over about like 15 years. But That Was Then, This Is Now was a shift in my career because I had support from a label. Shout out to Goon Music and the Snow Goons.
So that was entirely produced by the Snow Goons?
No. They have a label.
Okay.
They're a hip hop production collective from Europe, and they've worked with all the underground legends.
Yeah, I've seen
they've
their
worked
names
with
everywhere.
them,
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying. In terms of hip hop in Europe, that's who you want to build with. So I met them through Nabro Entertainment. Shout out to Nabro Entertainment. And then I was already working on the album, and they was like, "Yo, let's do something." And I had done some collaborations with them before, so I was like, "Well, I got this project. It's already recorded, mixed, mastered. I just need a place to put it. What's up?" So we did a distribution deal.
Oh, okay.
And that helped generate buzz for me in Europe.
How was that experience?
That experience
in the business since
was amazing. Like they do very good business. It was all smooth. They're great people, and not just business people, like great people. You know what I mean? Because a year after we released the album, they're constantly touring. You know what I'm saying? So they had an opportunity to bring me along, and and then they also extended that to my wife. So me and my wife got a chance to go on tour last summer with DJ Illegal and a couple of shows.
So that album was dropped in 2017.
2017.
Okay.
Summer, I believe this. No, fall.
Okay.
Fall 2017.
And you toured a little bit off of it, you said?
Toured a little bit off of it the following summer, me and my wife, and then I also released, and then that summer I released Unite.
Unite, UNITE.
UNITE, which stands for Using New Information to Elevate.
Okay.
I kept that secret until, because I wanted people to listen to it, because the last track I explained it.
Okay.
But it's been out for a while, so.
You explained in the last track, so what, people should check it out and listen to it, but why did you decide to name it Unite?
Oh, that's a great question. At that particular point, I was really feeling like I had a good network of people around me, and I was really the beginning stages of building a team, but not like a rap team, not like Dipset or Wu-Tang, just a team of people around you that you can trust and that will, y'all goals all align. So I started doing tracks, and then we set up a studio in a house that we were living in at the time, and that makes a big difference. So we had people coming through that would chill and watch TV, and guess what? We got a mic, so that would turn into let's do a session, And next thing I know, almost all the tracks have features. So I'm like, I'll throw a couple solo joints on it, and I'll release it, as under my shit. But like, this is really like a compilation of dope artists that are united for one great hip hop cause. So I'm gonna call it Unite, but I'm complicated, so I can't just call it Unite. I gotta throw a little acronym, exactly. You know what I mean? Like make people wonder.
Which your name is an acronym as well. Is it?
It isn't. It isn't. But I just, the last two L's, I always try to emphasize.
Because you said
Because there's a company that makes computer chips, and they've been around longer than I've been born, and they are the first things that pop up when you Google Intell. And maybe if I get as big as Drake one day, I will surpass Intel Pentium core processors on Google. But for right now, it's Intell, the INTE double L. You gotta say the double L. Because when you say Intel, people just put one L. It's INTE double L. And then I recently Love Life Live Long, because that's just a mantra I like to continue to speak into existence.
Why Intell? Is it short for intellectual?
So I'll backtrack a little bit. My very first rap name was Mr. 16. Mr. 16? Mr. 16. I gave that to myself, and it was terrible.
What, you were 16 years old at the time?
Yeah, I was 16 years old, and I was spitting the hottest 16s.
That's dope too. Okay.
And then it went from Mr. 16 to intelligent.
17?
No, imagine.
Every year you gotta add.
Ooh, that's actually a good idea.
Cool, right?
Don't put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to that.
Edit that piece out.
Grab you up one of these young artists and manage them like, yo, this is your gimmick, bro. Seriously, that's the thing. Like 21 Savage. What happens when you 40 on tour?
It's true.
21. You're 40. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But then after that, I gave myself another name, Intelligent Black, and that's when I started to realize my thing is my intelligence, or like the fact that I'm logical, and the way I put my rhymes together. I want to teach people and elevate their brain capacity, and you know what I'm saying? Because when you hear a song, if you learn a whole bunch of new information, that expands your mind in that 3 minutes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's opening up new neural pathways in your mind in that 3 minutes that you listen to that song. And that's what I like to do for people, because the artists that I grew up listening to did that to me, or for me. After Intelligent Black, it was D-A, Young Intell.
The Young Intell.
Young Intell. This is like 17, 18, 19, you know, and my uncle, who's Method Man through marriage, he's married to my mother's sister.
Okay.
He still calls me Young Intell.
He does?
He still calls
Young
me Intell,
Intell?
because I guess that's when he looked at me like, oh wow, this little dude is rapping, you know?
He ain't
That's when I
playing.
started to kind of start really getting nice with it, a little bit more organized.
But that's a dope name, the Young Intell.
Young Intell
is dope.
But then I was like, oh, but what happens when I'm 21? I don't want to be that young anymore, you know? So I said, yo, I'm just Intell.
Okay.
Just Intell. And then, but why? Right? So then I was like, well, I do like the prefixes of intelligence, intellectual, intellect, and all that. But also, I realized, like, you know, like I said earlier, when I'm writing my rhymes and when I'm trying to think of my double entendres and my metaphors and my similes and all that, it's like my brain, it's like a computer screen, you know what I'm saying? And I just try to put everything in an organized way, like a like a motherboard, like a processor, you know what I'm saying? So once that started to leak in my brain, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely Intell. Definitely Intell, baby.
Do you have a specific sound, being that, you know, you come from the lineage of Wu-Tang, Pops being your god, did you feel that there was pressure for you to have a Wu-Tang sound?
I definitely did in the early stages, and it was the first time I answered that question 100% honestly, because I'm at a point in my life where I'm really an open book. So I did feel that pressure because the music I was making wasn't being received well. So I did a project. Oh, and then producers from all over the world started sending me beats. This is another change in my career, because I realize now that a lot of people don't have that privilege that I have, and that's why I have to thank the almighty above and all the producers that have ever sent me a beat for free. I appreciate every single one of y'all, and as soon as I can write y'all a check, I'm writing y'all a check. But in the meantime, I started getting all these beats, and they was Wu sounding beats because they just assumed that's the type of flavor I was on. And I wasn't specifically because I knew that's what they, you know what I mean? Like I was not trying to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I said, you know what, fuck it, these beats is fire. You know, they was sounding like Young RZA somewhat, you know, because these producers are hungry and they grew up listening to RZA, so of course their inspiration is there. And I did a whole project that was very Wu-Tang themed, Wu-Tang sound. I think I fucking bodied it. It was my best work at the time. I dropped that in like 2013, 2014. That's called Dark Skin Samurai Wu-Tang Shogun.
Dark Skin Samurai Wu-Tang Shogun. Wow,
and that can be found on... I re-released it on Apple Music and all platforms with some extra tracks, but originally it was on fucking daphiff.com and just Bandcamp when I first was doing music. But that was my homage to Wu. That was like, I'm getting all this Wu. Whatever you expect out my system, if you want me to be that, this project is for y'all. And then after that, my sound just started to develop into more of, you know, whatever the beat is. You know, I listen to the music. Like, I really listen to the music, and I let the music tell me what it wants to be. And I let the music tell me what lyrics it wants on it, and what hook, and so on and so forth. And once I started doing that, I started making songs that people are at my shows going like this, instead of going like this. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I'm still delivering raw lyricism in everything that I do, but my ear for music is a little bit more akin to what makes people move. You know? So it may not be a Triumph, you know what I'm saying? It may be a gravel pit, you know? Because that's when they switched it up, you know? So,
I'll take both. I'll take, you know, either one.
Amen. I got all types of bullets in the chamber for anyone. I got a record out right now. It's me, my wife, Drew Guns, produced by Sky Domino, called Job, J-O-B, an acronym. I'm not gonna tell you what it means. You want to know what it means? DM me.
Look it up. All right. It's not in the
send
video.
Me a screen, tag me in it that you listen to it, and I'll tell you what it means.
All right.
But it's a record that I'm actually rapping in a British accent.
That shit is creative as hell.
I have a persona. It's called Rare Form.
It's like an alter ego?
Rare Form.
Rare Form.
Kind of like an alter ego a little bit, because...
And that's what your tag says, Rare Form?
So, yeah, I went to my first trip to LA. I went to, I was on Venice Beach. And this is the point in my life when I was lost. You know, I was going through depression. I was just lost. So what do you do when you lost? You travel, try to find yourself. And I had to go to LA as a filmmaker, and just, I loved the weather. So I was blessed with an opportunity to go. When I got there, it was just an amazing experience. But I was walking on Venice Beach, and I saw a tattoo spot, and I only had about $80 left. And I went and I was like, I only got $80. I want to get a tattoo. It's my first time in LA. I want to remember the moment. What can I get? He's like, I'll do small wrist tats if you want. I said, let's fucking do it. What do you want? He said, what do you want? I said, let's do rare form.
Can we show it to the camera?
It's rare form.
Rare form.
Cheers, mate. From London.
I mean, that shit is dope because usually, usually it's these British actors and artists who we, doing the American accent. You don't even know they're British. Like mad actors be like, yo, this dude's British.
When I fucking heard,
you do the opposite of that.
Because you know what I'm saying, you gotta change it up.
Which I love that.
And that's another thing too. When I watch a lot of television, so you pick up on certain things. Also, me and my friends just do this for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
hilarious,
to test ourselves.
But you actually spit a rhyme at the accent.
Yes, I said, they say men's got a job, but men's don't have no stress. And then men's got a job, and now men's got more stress. I did the hook, and I was a bridge that Intell let me rock on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
sometimes it lets me come out, and I really appreciate it. Shout to you, Intell. You're a real North guy.
So, talking current, I know you're doing the show in a couple of days.
Yes.
And you're working on new material.
Yes.
Let's talk about the new project first.
So we got an album. It's the second generation Sons. It's me, Power, Sunbonnet Supreme.
So the second generation Wu-Tang, basically.
If that's what what the people want to identify us as, that's fine. But that's not really what we call ourselves.
Okay.
But at the same time, that is, it's like you can't argue a fact.
It's not
wrong,
what I mean? But I might not. Okay.
Like, because it's a really gray area where I'm not like, yo, I'm you got son, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. But if someone's like, so your father is this and you're the son, I'm like, yes, because that's the facts of the case. But then I'm like, in addition to that, go to intellmakesmusic.com and check out my entire discography that I have available for y'all. If you got Apple Music, it's at your fingertips already. Spotify, Tidal, everywhere. And find out just how deep the rabbit hole goes with Intell. And you'll see that there's Wu there because it's in my DNA, but there's a whole lot more, baby. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I mean, that could be annoying, exactly, like,
It was, but now I just embrace it because my father's a fucking legend. Why wouldn't I want him to be my father?
No
You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I want my uncle to be Method Man? And I realized something else, brother. Other than those people that get to know me personally when I'm not on stage, people are going to think what they're going to think anyway. Someone just commented the other day that, oh, everybody ain't rich like you, fam. And I'm like, rich? Like, I got multiple jobs in addition to doing this show, raising a baby. Like,
so they got this persona of
everyone has this persona of me, and I don't know, maybe it's the way I carry myself. I could be an asshole sometimes. Or maybe they just assume because, I'm trying to make sure that all my, I's are dotted and all my T's are crossed. And, they could envy that because their I's aren't dotted and their T's aren't crossed. But at the end of the day, I'm still trying to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then I'm not even trying to get rich for me. I'm trying to get rich for my son. It's not even about me no more. Once he was born, my whole shit went into overdrive. And the Lord has been blessing me, in addition to that. So I'm no longer gonna feel bad with where I'm at in my life because someone else isn't at the same level, because we can all get wherever we want to be at any point. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just to break the fucking people think I'm rich.
Okay.
Not yet. You feel me? Not yet.
He's on his way, motherfuckers.
Facts. On my motherfucking way.
Give him some time.
And when
Get off his back.
And exactly, right? And when I do, I'm not gonna be the rich like, I'm wearing all my chains today. I'm gonna be the rich like, how can we reduce homelessness in New York City? Nice. I'm gonna be the rich like, how can we put families that are struggling in a better position they was before? You know what I'm saying?
Or how can I invest this where I don't waste it and my kid don't got nothing?
Exactly. How can I make that rich turn to wealth so that my great-great-grandkids is also trying to get homeless people off the street? You feel me? I'm trying to build a dynasty of greatness that comes from the heart. Not saying that's not what the Wu built, but they the foundation, and now we the next layer. You feel me?
I noticed you're a conscious person. I don't want to label you as a conscious hip hop artist because you don't necessarily. It's not, your music isn't necessarily overtly political, but I've noticed that reading some of your interviews, seeing you online, that you are a conscious individual. And you're speaking now about ending homelessness. Where did that, are you a politically motivated person? Are you an activist in a sense, or in your approach to music at least, or?
I would say that if it qualifies, I'd like to be considered as that, but I don't, I may not be able to march and protest like I'd like or would have liked over the past crazy fucking years we've had. It feels like a decade we've just been protesting and angry about everything.
Especially on Staten Island
Especially
with
on Staten
Garner
Island.
got
yeah,
killed.
And then I heard the officer got fired.
got
and I'm like, is
fired.
that true,
Yeah,
or did they just throw that out there for publicity?
No, he definitely got fired. It was about
But
time.
that needed to happen.
Yeah, it needed to happen, exactly.
I put my politics in my music. Not overtly, you know, subtly and sparsely, because I don't want to steer people away. You know what I'm saying? Politics is a very fickle thing to talk about, and you know, you don't want to talk about it at the dinner table. You know, and I don't want to be in someone's ear like I'm trying to convince them of something. I just want them to be like, this is how I feel about it.
Gotcha.
If you feel the same way about it, then cool, we in agreement. Bump the record. The record's hard. And if you disagree, turn the record off. Go listen to something else that ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I do speak out about the things that I feel very strongly about through my music or through my films.
Nice. We're gonna talk about your films. So, but the new project is basically a group project. You and 3 other artists. The new what is it called again?
Well, it doesn't really have. See, that's the
Okay.
thing. It doesn't really.
It's not
have
a group name. There's no group name.
We're not a group.
Okay.
See, it's
Okay.
weird. We're just 4 individual dope lyricists
Got
that come
you.
together to make music, and you know. But if someone wants to offer us a tour, we'll group up. But,
come up with a name right now. Shit.
I mean, they don't seem to be fighting the new bosses of Shaolin, so like I like that name. Like it came to me. I was
So
fried.
that's the name of the concert you're putting together,
That's
or
the
showcase,
name. That's
or what
the
is
name
it?
of the. I call it a concert.
Okay.
'Cause it's gonna be fucking crazy. Like Hot 97 is gonna be
The
there.
new bosses
Power,
of Shaolin.
The new bosses of Shaolin. Power 105 is gonna be there.
Nice.
When's the last time Power 105 came to Staten Island? When's the last time Hot 97 came to Staten Island? And when's the last time they both was in the same building? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
I'm very excited about this event. But
So the new bosses of Shaolin.
yeah, that's
okay.
the name of so far.
That's
That's just the name of the show. Maybe our name moving forward. You know, I got to talk that over with the guys and see how they feel about that. But I feel like once, if
Oh,
things,
how's Wu feeling about that? Like, what? We ain't the bosses no more. yeah, the new bosses now.
so my father is at a point where he is now supportive of everything that I'm doing.
Beautiful.
And I think that's because I got a son. So he sees that I'm no longer doing it for selfish reasons or whatever reasons he thought I was doing it.
Okay.
It's not about me, it's not about him. It's about the next. You know what I'm saying? So that clicked in his brain. It's like, it's about the next. I'm the next. So therefore he's helping me, and by helping me, he's helping his grandson.
That's dope.
So he supports me in everything I do now. But for years it wasn't the case. He was like, no, go be a barber, go be a lawyer, go be a doctor.
Was it
go be a truck
because
driver.
he didn't like the industry and he felt
It's
that?
'cause, yeah, all the trials and
grimy
tribulations that they
okay.
go through, they don't want their kids to go through. But that's why I'm like, I have a theory. You can either point to the minefield and tell your kid good luck, or you can walk through the minefield with them and help them not step on mines. You know what I mean? But the way he grew up surrounded by minefields with no one to help, and it made him a tough ass, legendary motherfucker. So he's like, well, if that made me who I am, maybe that's what I got to do to this kid to make him strong, especially since he's starting out with less kidneys and paralysis and all this other shit. He went twice as hard, and you know, I'm not gonna say I almost didn't make it out the other side, but I am definitely the person I am now because of the way that my parents parented me, and I have no regrets. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a strong motherfucker that can handle a lot, you know, and I owe that to them.
I mean, you definitely been through a lot just at a young age, and you know,
Amen.
and I'm happy to hear that, you know, your pops is supporting you and everything, because you know, people get you know, you're a pops now, and you're probably gonna be protective at some point,
of course,
of your kid.
But I'm gonna be protective in a way where it's like, if I know, you know. Not I know I'm scared, I don't want you to. If I know, you know, and then it's up to you to make your decision. And if I show you where the mines are and you still step on the mine anyway, that's just how life goes. Because there's always going to be mines. There's going to be mines that I didn't even know about, that we might step on together. But guess what? We together.
People have to
learn
on their own as well, or through their mistakes or whatever.
Exactly, and I'm a strong proponent of that. You know, it has to be a balance. You know, life will teach you, but we can teach you as well.
So where's this show taking place, the New Bosses of Shaolin?
This is going to be at Amendment 18. Shout out to Dock Street Records and Tory. It's going to be at Amendment 18, 691 Bay Street, August 22nd. Doors at 7, show at 8 sharp.
Okay.
I'm not a late guy, show at 8 sharp. But we got some great showcase performances lined up, and then the headliners, we're going to tear the fucking building down, you know?
That sounds, so it's going to be you,
Sun God, Supreme, and Power. Yeah, we're the headliners.
Okay. There's going to be a bunch of other artists who are opening up as well?
Yes, I don't want to start listing them off because I don't want to leave anyone out.
Cool.
My memory is trash.
Oh, cool.
They're all
but that's
on
how
flyer.
it's basically set up. So y'all the headliners, there's going to be some openers, and then y'all going to headline the show basically. That's dope. So, and you guys are working on an official project.
Yes. Now, I don't know when, though. I say 2020 because we're just trying to figure out. Like, I'm happy with the music we got so far and how everything is going, but others want to, cross some more T's and dot some more I's before they move forward. So, with that being the case, things are at a little bit of a hold. But once that's smoothed over, we can push forward with the project. And then we're also talking to a couple labels, so we're waiting to hear back from them to see if they're interested. And if they're not, we're going to do it independently because the music is great. People are going to want to hear it, regardless of where it comes out.
Besides this project, what about a solo Intell project? Is that next?
So the next solo Intell project, I've been working on this album for like a year, almost, right? It'll be a year in October. I'm working on this project. It's the longest I've ever worked on a project. I recorded all the vocals myself. I mixed the project myself, and I mastered it myself. I did the artwork. It's 99% me. The only thing I didn't do was make the beats.
Okay.
And I'm very proud of it. I'm hoarding it. Like, I listen to it every day. People keep, yo, when's it coming out? It's called 1.21 Gigawatts.
Okay.
It's based off of the Back to the Future trilogy, which is one of my favorite movies because it's about time travel, but also it's just the way that it was done. Like, it was just, they don't make movies like that, Like, you have to really be on point with your filmmaking to make 3 movies about time travel that all intermingle. Shout out to Robert Zemeckis, you beautiful son of a bitch.
So is that why your Instagram name is Smarty McFly?
That is why my Instagram name is Smarty McFly, because I'm in that state of mind.
Okay.
But at one point I was actually thinking about changing my name to Smarty McFly, and Prim was like, no.
Like as an MC name?
Yeah, as an MC name, but she was like, no. I was like, all right, AKA then.
Okay, that'd be like your other alter ego, I guess it can be. Yeah. So you ready? Smarty McFly on Instagram. People want to follow you.
Smarty McFly _ follow me. I do follow back, but your page got to be popping. If you got 2 pictures that you posted a year ago, I'm not following you.
No doubt. No, that's fair right there.
For real.
Exactly. Even if you follow me right now, you only got 2 pictures on there, so
for real. I'll give you any advice that you want to help improve your Instagram. I'll even take some pictures for you because I do a little iPhone photography, but I like to keep my Instagram a certain way, and if I'm scrolling and people constantly posting selfies of their shirt off, nah, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go. I can't follow you.
So before we get into the freestyle, I know you were a filmmaker as well. You shoot videos. Were you a filmmaker before you was a hip hop artist? Or
I believe I was. I because I was 8 years old when I realized, like, yo, I wanna take a camera and I wanna record stuff, and then I wanna see if I can put it together. My mother bought me a camcorder back then when we had the high tapes, and I would just shoot stuff.
Like little cassette joints, yeah.
I didn't really know how to edit, but I would just shoot stuff. And then that developed into, when it was time to go to college, alongside doing music, I was like, I want to go for film. So I'm gonna go to college. Yeah,
is that what you studied?
Graduated class of 2013. I got a BFA in filmmaking because they really wanted me to go to college, but I was like, yo, I'd rather just go to LA and try and make it work. That's what everyone does. And I had a little bit of money at the time. And
that's where you studied? In LA?
No. I studied in at Long Island University.
Long
Island University, CW Post, back when they used to call it that.
In Brooklyn?
No, the one in Long Island. Because I wanted to get away. It's very important. If you're going to go to college, go up to a college at least 25 miles away from where you live, so that you can get that experience of being away from home, and it makes you grow up. Doing your own laundry. How do I feed myself 3 times a day? With a job that only pays me $200 for the month, maybe. Because I was working as an RA. Campus security and shit.
Okay.
But it really helps give you a little taste of real life. Now, real life, oh my God, real life ain't nothing like real life. Because when I graduated and then I had to get a real job and all of that, it's a whole process. But in school, I made a film as my thesis film called Focus, which is based on a little bit on my life. That's on my...
A short film?
Short film.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to in order to graduate. It's like my thesis. Some people write 35, 45-page papers.
Yes.
I did a half-hour short film.
Wow.
But it's the same thing because you got to write it first. You know what I'm saying? So you write 30 pages and then you got to film. It was crazy, bro. And I'm like,
it's about your
young
life.
And new.
Partially about your life?
I would say it's partially about my life. It's actors that I hired.
Does it talk about the shooting as a kid? Does it address that?
It does. In the beginning,
okay.
There's actually... It kind of touches on it because it's like the film is loosely based off me and my best friend. So some of the things that happen to those characters are things that actually happen to me and my best friend in real life. And then after I graduated, I was like, oh, I want to do another one.
Your best friend being Drew?
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah.
His real name's Andrew.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I want to do another one. So I wrote another one. I did another one. This one's outside of school, so this one was so much harder because I didn't have classmates. You know, I didn't have a pool.
So like to be for actors, you mean like
for actors,
tap
crew,
into?
like
everything? Yeah.
everything had to be paid for
Yeah.
for this one. So like that was a struggle on me at that time. But the film came out great. I think it's called Broken Mirror. It's about a young woman who ends up becoming a prostitute because she was abused by her father. And then
Can people watch it online?
Yep,
Or is it okay?
My directorial page is Mr. Hawkins, all one word.
Mr. Hawkins.
Mr. Hawkins,
okay.
all one word.
H-A-W-K-I-N-S.
MRHAWKINS on YouTube, and then all my trailers, my commercials, my whatever I have is my filmmaking stuff is on there. Not everything though, because there's some music videos that I'm in that I directed and edited.
Okay.
So those are on my Intell page, but just keep an eye out when you watch something at the end. If it say directed by or shot by Mr. Hawkins, that's me. I also shot Master Killer's. He dropped an album 2 years ago, and his first single, I shot the video for that. It's him, Method Man, and Redman. That video just got over 1 million views not too long ago. So
nice.
I do have a video that I shot with an iPhone, by the way. I'm an iPhone
serious?
videographer. I'm an iPhone only videographer. For the past, since that video, I've been an iPhone only videographer.
So no SLR,
no DSLR, no Nikons, no Red. I mean, I know how to use all those, but I prefer the iPhone because that's just my baby.
I like
you know what I'm saying? Like it's boom, we can make a music video right here. Boom, we can make a short film right here.
Yeah.
And I've been a crazy Apple fanatic since the iPhone 1. I've had every iPhone. I've never had a phone that wasn't an iPhone since my cell phone and my entire cell phone life.
And you happy with the quality when you shoot the videos with iPhone?
Absolutely,
nice.
Because you can color correct, you can throw filters on. You know what I mean? Like and it shoots in 4K. Once it started shooting in 4K, that's when I was like, oh, I'm gold. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10. The average user doesn't have a phone that can even see 4K or a TV that can see 4K,
yes.
So they're getting a high quality even at whatever they're watching.
Got you. Okay.
And then the people that can see 4K, they're like, oh wow, this shit is crisp.
That's super
and they don't even know, boom, shot with an iPhone this or an iPhone that.
So that video shot with the iPhone. That's insane. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah.
Therapy. Yeah, therapy.
Okay.
Master Killer Therapy. So
nice.
on YouTube right now, just broke 1 million views.
Beautiful. So any secret projects videos we're gonna see from you? Or you
there may be, so
okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. It's like you read my mind, because I wanted to say something, but I'm like, I don't want to just bring it up. It sounds like an unnecessary flex, but I can
flex on you on Intell.
Segue,
exactly.
So I have a song. Well, Meth released an album last year called the Meth Lab 2. Have you heard of it?
I have, of course I heard of it.
Have you listened to it?
I have.
There's a track on there, I think it's track 3, it's called Eastside. Have you heard it?
I have heard it.
It's me, Method Man, and Snoop D.O. Double.
I've heard the joint. Yes.
That is the.
I do my research.
Bro, I appreciate you. That song is the highlight of my collaborations, obviously, and one of the highlights of my career.
So you got a joint with Snoop? Shit.
And it's not like I just got a joint with Snoop. He fucking said, what did he say? Snoop, he said John Blaze, Snoop Dogg, and my nephew. You can't smoke with us, nigga. We left you. He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to say that. And my nephew. Now I know Snoop called everybody nephew, but he don't call everybody nephew.
Everybody. Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's 8 billion of us on the planet. We ain't all nephew.
Nah, definitely not.
So to answer your question, there may be a music video for that coming. I can't promise anything, but I'm vying for it every time I speak to Meth.
So the Meth Lab is Method Man's studio in Staten Island.
Yes.
It's called the Meth Lab. That's where he records the project.
I don't know if it's still up and running.
Okay.
They might be renovating or moving locations, but at that time, yes, it was called the Meth Lab Studios.
Yes.
And that's where they did Meth Lab 1 and Meth Lab 2.
Yeah.
I'm on Meth Lab 1 as well. Track 13, Intelligent Meth, me, Master Killer, Street Life.
Nice. I love those projects because it's kind of Method Man going back to the roots in a sense and reaching out to that new generation and not strictly collaborating only with Snoop, for example.
Exactly.
He threw on Intell on there, which was beautiful.
And I kind of got a little bit of inspiration from that when I was doing Unite. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if all these people or the fan base that I have are going to listen to me, maybe they want to listen to some of the other dope people I hang out with.
Any last words you want to say before we get into this freestyle session?
Oh man, I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute. Do I have my phone?
Did you bring it?
Did I? Probably fell out of my pocket when it always falls on the side of the car. Let me just check and make sure everything's good with my
good
wife.
Before we get into this,
Real
life shit.
Spazzing out. Oh, yeah, she did text me a minute ago. Oh, and it's good news. Okay.
Good, excellent.
So I'm ready. Oh, anything I wanted to say?
Yes.
I am really grateful for you having me on the show. This is so cool. It's dope way to get my story out there and have people get to know me. And the fact that we're in a car and it's just a casual conversation, I feel like I can, I've been able to just be myself. Y'all getting raw intel, 100% just myself, calm, relaxed.
Beautiful.
Follow me on Instagram at smartymcfly_, or you can go to intellmakesmusic.com and get access to everything and learn about me in one quick scroll. You can click the link in my Instagram bio and you can learn everything about me in one quick scroll. If you can be watching this and it's before the show, come to the show if you're on Staten Island, 691 Bay Street, Amendment 18. The new Bosses of Shaolin concert. Nice. Intell, Sun God, Supreme, Power. For the first time on stage.
Crazy lineup, crazy. That sounds amazing. Alright, before we get into it, drink your juice. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Seven, who designed this Flatbush hat right here. He's been sponsoring the show, supporting me and everything, and appreciate that, Mr. Seven, representing Flatbush, East 21st, Church Avenue. Alright, Flatbush, but we in Staten Island today. We in Shaolin.
Verrazano, baby.
With one of the new bosses of Shaolin in the car with me, Intell. You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, Freestyle Drive. Got my man Intell. We in Staten Island today.
Yeah. Okay. It would just shock you how I got through getting shot through my own body or playing the sport will be changing my walk. Life is hard, I'm playing Monopoly. I'ma be king, kissing the ring, popping that pussy like you on the Molly. My only hobby just listen to Poppy. 2 key almost volley, almost. Live in a dungeon, my heart is a black box. Lungs black from the cash crop. Run fast from the bad cops. Do the running man with the gun in hand. Smart cop named Cunningham. Dishing out all the punishment, but only God's try to punish man. Bitch, I'm popping like Jon Snow. Told death, LOL, you wild though. Booking.com, booking.yeah. I be going hard wherever I go. B.O.B. is just a sideshow. And the crusty clown like Tahoe. Niggas Flacco have gato. I'm trying to focus on my nachos. I was scared to let the light in, but I'm lit now. It's enlightened. Used to grin while committing sin, trying to get to M's like Bison. I'm a heavyweight like Tyson, but I write bars, no biting. Use lightning when I'm writing, so I'm worshipped by the Vikings. And the Titans, my achievements, 66666 beastin'. When I leave Earth, then it's even. I'm a dobo, I'm seasoned, give them reasons to believe in. All the sick become healthy, and the wealthy start seasoned. Bitch, I've been here for seasons, rested for seasons. Years dark and hell is hot dog, but the center's still freezing. Vampires, werewolves, evil spirits in the evening. I be trying to see what you be trying to see, but all I ever see are these demons.
Wow, Intell, chasing M like Bison. Wow, I gotta,
you know what I'm saying? Street Fighter, Sega Genesis, baby. Bringing it back.
Beautiful, man. I gotta listen to that again because I want to catch on the bars.
In the movie, the Street Fighter movie, the villain Bison, he was trying to just get money. I'm like,
he's just trying to get M.
Bison just want to fight.
Alright, that was super dope. My man Intell.
You already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all.
Freestyle Drive.
Are we doing another one?
Yeah, we doing another one. You down for another one?
I'm down for as many as you want, man. I love to rap.
Alright, I got my man Intell in the car today, Shaolin.
Okay, let's see what we got. See, I had to find the flow. See, I had to.
Yeah.
Yo. See, I had to put something down so I could pick something up. Stop carrying heavy baggage, my status is lifting up. See, I plan to be rich as fuck, that's never what it's about. Always trade a good laugh for any amount of clout. Forget any amount of doubt, just go many amount of rounds. Off the private jet and pick pennies right off the ground. Mental warehouse storing plenty of counted sounds. Still I'm trying to focus on all the many amounted nouns. And I'm hoping they can see what I can see. My vibrancy is timeless because I'm a rhyming giant. And I design the finest pictures, picking words like mining mixtures, figures stacking, cracking fixtures, pictures packing, lacking scriptures, scripting, lavish magic whispers. Now look in the sky, is it a bird or is it a lyrical guide? People are blind, never you mind, I have an invincible spine. What do you need? Come with a fee, cause I don't do verses for free. I mean what I say, I need to get paid whenever my record is played.
Yes.
Freestyle Drive, baby, you already know what it is.
Nice.
Woo! Picking up classic joints too.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up a little for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got next to the chamber. This is fun. This is fun, bro.
Enjoying this.
You, man. This is very fun.
Intell, Freestyle Drive.
Yes, sir.
I go by Lebanese Ether. Shout out to Mr. 7 again for the Flatbush gear. Got Intell, the new boss of Shaolin. Yeah. Freestyle drive.
Okay, every time you see me, be prepared to catch a contact. Hi, how you doing? Stop pursuing me for contacts. Locked in my jack, boom, bap, yeah, we on that. Beat knocking heavy, getting ready for some combat. We about to blow, like we sitting on a launch pad. About to get our buzz to infinity beyond that. We be on tour, so they asking where the arms at. Nigga, we the bomb, and you can't ever disarm that. Ladies, wave your arm fat, exactly how I like it. Cause I pillage like a Viking or a Titan that's beyond mad. Baby mothers love us, they don't be using rubbers. They could be some undercovers laying cable like it's Comcast.
Yeah. Intell. Woo.
Oh,
Shaolin.
man. This is exactly what I need.
Make sure you check out his previous projects. Unite.
Yes, sir.
That was then. This is now.
Like the bars, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle drive, baby.
Thank you, Intell. Down for one more? You got more in the chamber for me?
Go on the next one. Let's see if the next one pull it out. I'm letting the beats do the work. Shout out to Static.
Yeah. Static's the man, doing big things, yeah.
Freestyle drive, baby. My man Lebanese behind the wheel. Yo, you know what? Here we go.
Intell on Freestyle Drive.
I said they call me Intell, and I move the pen well. Be in the booth, it been hell. Fire flame, cause I'm insane. I'm off the top, I'm off the block. Guess what? I'm off the clock, but not never. I got better. I rhyme like shark cheddar. New York weather, it be cold. I be bold, you be sold, you behold that I'm great, but y'all fake and y'all snakes. I'm freestyling off the top of it. Guess what? Call me Papadopoulos. Yo, this is fun, man. That was a 100% freestyle.
Off the top.
That was a 100% freestyle. I was like, no, let me just give him one. Just random bar, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
the essence of real freestylers, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's spitting written. We all know we're spitting written.
Exactly.
Every once in a while, I like the freestyle.
I love that.
I'm getting better at it. Drew Guns got me into freestyling. Sif, shout out to Sif, sick in the head. He got me freestyling as well, man.
Nice. All right, again, got my man Intell, Smarty McFly _ on Instagram. Check out his, previous projects, his new work that he's coming out with. He got a dope concert coming up in Shaolin, the new bosses of Shaolin, and I'm sure you're gonna be performing in future shows as well.
Absolutely. Actually, my wife Prima 777, she's got a show September 8th. So if you go to her Instagram at Prima 777, you can buy tickets for her show in September. So you come to mine, rock out, and you come see us again September 8th. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
So, and then after that, just stay tuned, baby.
Nice. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Intell, for being on the show. We made it happen. I'm in Shaolin, one of the new bosses. Peace, y'all.
Peace,
my brother.
Job,
all right.